Hey, friends. So, quick thought for the day. As we age, our neural pathways change also. It takes us longer to learn new things, to bring up memories. There's all kinds of things that we notice being different in the way that our brains work when we get older, right? Well, this also applies to how our bodies learn new things, right? So I'm in the statistics class right now. It has proven to be very humbling and challenging. I'm down for the challenge, but it takes me a lot of time in studying to be able to be, kind of keeping up in this class, right? A lot more time than it used to take me when I was younger. And I was thinking about this this morning as I was drinking my coffee and thinking about how much work I've put into this class so far this semester, and how I still feel like I am only barely gripping with my fingernails on keeping up and understanding what we're doing. And this is not a usual way for me to experience the world. I normally can connect with things and find those connections, but we're talking about math and we're talking about statistics, which is a particular area of math, right? And it's one that I'm unfamiliar with. So it's a completely new pattern of thinking and connections in my brain that I'm having to create. And it takes longer to make those connections at this age than when I was younger, right? So as I was thinking about that, I was also thinking about how this is also really similar to when we are trying to make new connections in our bodies, right? Because I have people that I work with for training one-on-one. I have people that are students in some of my yoga classes that sometimes are older and are new to yoga, new to doing certain types of movement, haven't used certain muscles in their body before or in a really long time. And in my own experiences, also working in my body and still trying to correct certain things that are imbalances or just poor movement patterns that I have not been aware of throughout my life, and I'm working on correcting those things, how long it can take to actually create those new grooves of and this is what it is, it's the neural pathways, right? So similar to thinking and how the nervous system in the brain and all of that is involved in our thinking and our cognitive processes, the neural pathways are also involved in movement because they're what sends messages to the muscles and to the joints and are getting those signals back and forth about movement. And as we're aging, some of those pathways have shut down. Some of those pathways have stopped working as much because they haven't been used and need to have practice being reactivated and creating new grooves and patterns and regular signals being sent to those areas in order to reestablish those connections. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen just with one training session. It happens with practice and with dedication. And as we get older, it requires more practice. It requires more study to recreate those connections than it does when we are younger. So I just wanted to kind of give a little shout out to all my peeps out there who are older, who are, coming into yoga because they want to reconnect with their body. They want to, create strength, create more balance and stability. Whatever their reasons are, oftentimes there's something that has to do with us wanting to connect with our body. Or for people who are coming into personal training, also wanting to build strength, wanting to rebuild muscle as we age because of how important that is, or rebuild bone density and all of those things, that when we're learning the movement patterns that are important for all of those activities and learning how to do them correctly, that it takes time, and to be patient with yourself, and to hold compassion for yourself, and to hold awareness that it's just going to take a little bit longer at this age, but it will happen. It will reconnect. You can get there. You just have to stick with it. So keep going. Keep believing in yourself. It's going to happen.